Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here. It's Team of the Year time, and we've been given a brand new player to grind for with this Moments Luis Suarez. Now Suarez is a legend of the game, so he definitely deserves the Whopper button.
Tell the crew to push the Whopper button.
This 91 rated Luis Suarez can be brought into your club by completing 5 objectives. I'm going to go over the best way, the fastest way, share with you some of the players to use to knock this objective out. But before we begin, if you are new here, please make sure to subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. So first and foremost, I just want to say, even if you aren't planning on using this Luis Suarez in your starting 11, this is a 91 rated card. I think the cheapest 91 rated card on the market is O-Block, and he goes for more than 60,000 coins. So at the very least, I would recommend completing this one for some fodder, but I think this Suarez could also be a great striker, like someone just to kind of keep in the box. Everyone else does the work. You feed him the ball, and then he's going to be able to bang in about anything. He's kind of like a gold Lewandowski on steroids, in my opinion, because of his dribbling. He's got a really nice dribbling boost. But I do recommend completing him. He's maybe not going to fit some of these pacier teams, but I think he's going to do a good job for you. But let's just get right to it. The first objective is Fabulous Finish. Score a finesse goal in 2 separate matches in the live FUT Friendly World Beaters. So before we begin, let's take a look at what World Beaters is, because this is a brand new one. And I actually played a match of this on stream when we did our Team of the Year stream. So also subscribe so you don't miss out on any streams. But take a look at this. It's rules, max chemistry, and the only requirements are clubs minimum 3. So this means everybody that's got lone Mbappe, lone Maradona, lone Foot Freeze Firmino, and the player we played against on that one had five or six lone players. Like half their team was lone players. So just be aware, you want to take in your best 11 when you go into this one. It's kind of frustrating. The other thing I want to point out, Managerial Masterpiece is not here right now. So if you were in the middle of St. Graven or Geddes or one of the Eredivisie or Championship or MLS objectives, you cannot complete those right now. Now I'm assuming EA is going to bring those back, but as of right now, you couldn't work towards them. Right now, EA is just counting all their dollar bills from Team of the Year, and who can blame them? But so max chemistry and no rating restriction, no rating requirement. So take your best 11. You're going to come across some really strong teams. So score a finesse goal in 2 separate matches in the live FUT Friendly World Beaters. And again, the finesse goal modifier, hold the RB or R1 button, hold it in while you press the shoot, and they'll just kind of side foot it in. That should be no problem. Then next, Silky skill, score and assist in the same match using a striker with minimum 4-star skill moves. So this is one. Now some of the players I'm going to recommend, now we only have to do this in one match. Some of the players I'm going to recommend may not be strikers. So just remember, if you've got someone who is a striker, like say just this Suarez, since he's right here, if you had him in your team and you changed him from a striker to a CM just for chemistry purposes, he no longer counts as a striker. So just kind of keep that in mind. It needs to be someone who on their card when you go into the match is listed as a striker. So that one should be fairly easy because you only have to do this in one match, and we've got a minimum of a 14 game grind. So just keep that in mind, that at least one match you're going to need to score and assist with a striker with minimum 4-star skill moves. Now if you have 2 strikers up top and one passes to the other one and then they score and it's a 4-star skill moves on both of them, that counts as your completing it on both, because it's a pass from one and then a goal from the other one, so you can knock it out with just one goal if you have to. The next one, wonderful weak foot. Assist using players with minimum 4-star weak foot in 3 separate matches in the FUT Friendly World Beaters. So this one should be fairly simple as well, because again, like I said, it's a 14 game grind. Most top players now do have 4-star weak foot. There's some exceptions, but most of our better cards do have 4-star weak foot. So we'll just have to make sure we get an assist in 3 out of our 14 matches with 4-star weak foot players. Now we get into the first part of the grind. Win 10 matches in the live FUT Friendly World Beater. So you've got to win at least 10 matches. So that is the grind, and this is the grind. Score in 14 separate matches using LaLiga players. So whatever you do, make sure every single match you play that you get a goal with a LaLiga player, because otherwise you haven't ticked off anything towards this grind. So one of the worst things you can do is have to play like more matches than you are required to. You want to to keep these grinds down as low as possible. So we're talking about La Liga players. So if you want to make this as short as possible, you need to make sure you've got goals. So if you're bringing on loan Mbappe, if you're bringing on loan Maradona, and you score 3 with Mbappe and 3 with Maradona, and you win the game 6-0, it didn't help you at all. I mean, it will count towards this one, but then you're not ticking off anything on the scoring sensation objective, which is our main grind. So make sure every single match you're scoring with a La Liga player. Now, since this one is in the FUT Friendly World Beaters, where it is max chemistry, I'm not going to share with you the entire team to use. What I'm saying is you want to take in your best 11, but I will share with you some better La Liga players that will work for you. So I know a lot of you, because again, we've got to score in 14 separate matches with La Liga players. So my game's kind of locked up. I think we're at Team of the Year time, so many people are on. But on this account, this is my alternate account, I packed Headliners João Felix untradeable, which was great. But I know a lot of you guys completed Player of the Month João Felix. That would be absolutely exceptional, because remember, there's no rating restriction. If you've got Messi in your team, that's going to be great. I'm not saying you need to go out and buy Messi, but since there's no rating restriction, whatever the best La Liga players you have, take them into there. But João Felix would certainly be one. Now, you don't need to buy him if you don't have him. I'm just kind of pointing him out because I know a lot of people have him. Now, for a little bit more affordable option, this Carrasco. Now, I think his card has maybe went up a little because he's Atletico Madrid. João Felix is also Atletico Madrid, so that's maybe another reason you want to bring Suarez into your team, to have the Atletico Madrid links. That's another reason. But let's see what this Carrasco is going for on the market at the moment. Like 33,000 I'm seeing. He was, I want to say 30,000. I think he's risen up a little bit since Suarez was released. So this is a slightly pricier option, but Carrasco is really strong. Now, another card that you guys maybe have or maybe completed, remember, we've got a lot of La Liga Player of the Months. There was a Ansu Fati at the very beginning of the year. There was an Oyarzabal. There's this Iago Aspas that is out now. I think that's all. Was there anybody else? Maybe I'm forgetting somebody, but if you've got one, and also, yeah, João Felix. João Felix was one too. So if you've got one of the La Liga Player of the Month cards, that's going to be another option that's certainly going to bang in goals for you. There was a FUT Freeze Gaia that I know some of you completed. That would be another option. Now, we're getting into some of the cheaper options. This Kubo right here is actually a really strong card, and when you look at him, he's less than 18,000 coins, and this is a dynamic card, so this Kubo could still go up in value. So we're talking about something that could be a nice card to bring into your club, something that could work out pretty nicely for your team. So you could certainly go with Kubo. He's got really good pace, really good dribbling. Like if we take a look at his stats, we look here, look at that agility and balance, 95 agility, 92 balance. Now, he does have a weird acceleration to sprint speed spread, so he's got 97 acceleration, 82 sprint speed, but still, he's very quick, very agile. He's going to be able to bang in some goals for you, and less than 15,000 coins. Some of you may have completed Rodrigo. That was an objective we had before. A lot of you maybe have that David Beckham. Now, he's not going to be the greatest for banging in goals, that Beckham, just because he doesn't have pace. But if you get a free kick, David Beckham could certainly bang that in. Now, for the cheap of the cheap options, we're talking about Iñaki Williams. He's just been, you look at that pace there. He can run with anybody. It does come in as a striker. However, he's 4-star skill moves, but only 2-star weak foot. So just kind of keep that in mind for the weak foot objective. And then this Ousmane Dembele, I want to say he's like 6,000 coins at this point, something like that. Let's see. I think I saw one for 6,900. So 6,900 with no takers. So he's definitely under 6,900. So probably in that like 6,000 range, and just a phenomenal card. If you look at Dembele right here, we're looking at 5-star, 5-star. So it's hard to ask more out of that. So he's going to be able to take care of some of those roles. And another cheap option, this Vinicius Jr. He's 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. His shooting is pretty poor, but with the 5-star skill moves, the pace, 95 acceleration, 95 sprint speed. Again, the finishing is pretty poor, but if you get him in a great position, he's going to be able to knock out some stuff for you and be able to bang in the goal. But again, I'm not saying use this team. I'm just saying this is like some La Liga options that you could do. Take in your best 11. So let's see, on this account, let me just see what I've got as my best 11 right now. On my main account, I've got my Neymars and my Mbappes, but still, even if you've got the Neymars and the Mbappes, you still remember you have to score a goal with a La Liga player in 14 matches. So make sure the first order of business Now, what would be amazing, we could actually play that objective as golden goal if people would just go in with La Liga teams. But based on my experience from the first one, it's going to be going up against people with lone Maradonas, lone Mbappes. And that's the thing. My opponent scored first in the match. I went up against him, but he scored with lone Mbappe. So it didn't even really help if I would have quit that match. So I don't know exactly what the best case is, but hopefully we can work together on this, be able to get it knocked out. But I just wanted to go over this Luis Suarez objective, let you know what you're playing for. At the very least, get him for the fodder. But I think it would also be a nice striker for you, just as that pure striker, staying in the box, get him the ball. He would be able to move in the box some because of his dribbling that he has. But this is going to wrap it up for now. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, check the description, join my Discord server. But I will see you guys soon. Bye.